Mike, continuing, I mean, you've got quoted in your article, it's up at naturalnews.com, it's up at InfoWars and Prison Planet, people want to read it. Food Safety Bill invokes Codex harmonization and grants FDA authority to police food safety for foreign nations. I mean, this is the global government right here, and they mention it's Codex Alimentarius. Tell folks what Section 308 really means.
Okay, well, first of all, for those who are skeptical, and, I encourage people to be critical thinkers, and they want to see this for themselves. If you go to the Thomas government search engine where you can search bills, you put in HR 2751 because that's what this was passed under, and you bring up this PDF file, go to page 195. You'll see this language for yourself. And you'll also see Section 308. It's called the Foreign Offices of the Food and Drug Administration. Yes, we're not kidding. The FDA is going to set up enforcement offices in other nations, other countries, and they're going to dictate to these countries how they should run their food safety systems so that when they export food to the United States, it adheres to, quote, FDA standards, which, by the way, means that all your food should be dead, pasteurized, fumigated, or otherwise killed or nutritively destroyed. To the FDA, the only safe food is dead food.
Well, and they openly tell local farmers, get big or get out. We know they forced the Iraqis to only take Monsanto GMO crops. I mean, this is a strategic military takeover.
Well, yeah, and additional evidence came out in the WikiLeaks cables, which shows that Spain was involved with the U.S. ambassador to France and the GMO companies pushing GMOs into Europe, and they were creating a, quote, retaliatory target list of who to go after if they resisted GMOs. I mean, this is all in the cables. So we know there is a GMO global conspiracy, and it's not a theory. It's a real conspiracy that's happening right now. And now with this food safety bill, we know that the FDA is going to try to run the food safety programs of other nations and try to harmonize America with Codex. This is coming. We've been talking about this for how many years, Alex? And it's coming now. It is now about to be signed by Obama and become law and be enforced.
Absolutely. Continue. This is important what you're talking about.
All right. Well, it also involves the Department of Homeland Security. This language is right in the bill. It says that in developing this plan, the FDA is going to consult with these different departments, which they call stakeholders. The stakeholders in the food safety bill include the Department of Homeland Security and, get this, the U.S. Treasury. What is the Treasury doing in my kitchen? Why does it have its hands in the food supply issues? Well, you already know the answer, and I think your listeners probably do too. But the people voting on this bill, the naive senators and members of the House who voted for this, they probably don't get it, or most of them don't. This is all tied in with centralizing control over security, control over the money supply, control over the food supply, and control over your health or actually your sick care. So once they've got the control, then you don't have options. You don't have an option to go grow your own medicine in your backyard because you can grow medicine. Natural herbal medicine and superfoods, you can grow them in your backyard. They don't want you to do that because that way you are a slave to the medical system where you have to go pay money for prescriptions and you have to keep paying month after month, year after year until you one day die bankrupt as another victim of Big Pharma. They have these systems of control. The grasp is getting worse, and thank goodness that there are still freedom fighters out there like you, Alex, like the health freedom organizations out there who are trying to stand up, who are doing a good job, actually, of standing up and bringing attention to this issue and helping us lead the fight to resist tyranny and restore the freedoms that we are supposed to be guaranteed under the United States Constitution.
Mike, I couldn't say it any more focused or succinctly than that. And, in closing, I just over the years see the mainstream media make fun of us about Codex Alimentarius when all we're doing is covering what the private corporations and the UN and the World Trade Organization are announcing. And then now here it is in the bill, and there's no discussion of it. Thank God you found it in there. It's always changing.
Well, just like you say, they're hiding it in plain sight. I hear you use that phrase quite a bit. You're exactly right. They hide it in plain sight. They put it right in there. It's a government record. That's a certified government document. If you open up that PDF, it's a certified government document The language is right in there. Use the search function yourself. You can see it, you can read it, and you can bet the FDA is going to act on it. They're going to push this agenda. It's now about to become law. This is happening today.
Amazing. Mike Adams from naturalnews.com. He also authorizes us to post the wonderful material from that at Infowars.com. We love the great work he's doing. Mike, I look forward to having you back in studio soon.
Thank you, Alex. Always great to join you. Take care.
Great having you on. We'll be right back. Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the site, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.